Hi everyone, in this video I'm going to explain why bad drivers often think that they're the best and why the very best drivers who actually are really good often doubt their ability. Now this is not just my opinion, this is actually down to a scientific piece of research which I'll talk more about later because there's a really funny story as to how this came about. But let's get straight into this. So why do bad drivers think that they're so good? Well, the best way to sum it up quite simply is they don't know what they don't know. So bad drivers often think that they are brilliant because they think that they know everything and they're an expert and they're the world's best driver ever, even though they only passed the driving test a few months ago. Sometimes people honestly believe that they're absolute world-leading experts. And it's because, quite simply, their knowledge is so limited and they are convinced that they know everything when they actually know very little. So in other words, they don't know what they don't know. Now on the other hand, let's say you get someone such as myself, and if you don't normally watch my videos, you may not know, I've been a driving instructor for over 20 years. I've taught over 1,000 people to drive. I've trained hundreds of driving instructors. I've passed my ability to teach tests multiple times. I'm also a hypnotherapist and a hypnotist, and I can hypnotise people on the other side of the world and help them get over their fears and phobias of driving. So in other words, I am way above the standard of your average driver. I've got an advanced licence, I've done blah blah blah, I've done all this stuff. And that is why I doubt myself sometimes, because you see, I know that there are things I don't know, even with all that skill and ability. And even though people say to me in comments and when we do video calls and driving lessons, people say, wow, you're just incredible what you've achieved, what you've done. And I think, really? Because I often don't think that, and that's because of the Dunning-Kruger Effect, which is this scientific thing I'll talk about more in a moment. So I know that there are things I don't know, and I know the limit of my knowledge. Even though I know a lot, I understand, like for example those cyclists just went past, I'm going to go that way. I know that things could go wrong with these cyclists if they go the same way as I am, which they are. I know they could swerve, they could fall off, something could happen. Whereas a bad driver who thinks they're great wouldn't think that. They just think, oh, cyclist's going to get around them. Yeah, going to get around them. And that's it. And their knowledge is so basic, they simply don't know that they don't know things. So where did this Dunning-Kruger effect come from? Well, I can't say this is 100% true because we know things get distorted over time. But let me tell you what the popular kind of theory is behind it, of how it's said to have been coming into effect. Years ago, this is a really funny story, a man went into a bank and robbed it. And apparently he robbed it at gunpoint and he didn't bother wearing any disguise or anything, he just robbed the bank. He then went and robbed another bank, I think it was the same day or very soon after, and a few hours later the police looked at the CCTV and they found out who he was. So they went round to his house to arrest him, and he was absolutely amazed. He was like, what? How did you find me? How did you get me? And they said, well, you're on camera. Your face is on camera. And he said, yeah, but I was invisible. What? Well, I was invisible. You can't have seen me. And the story goes, he even looked straight at the cameras and winked because he believed he was invisible. Why did he believe that he was invisible? Because it sprayed lemon juice on his face. You know how there's that thing where you often do this as a kid? You can write something in lemon juice on a piece of paper, and of course you can't see it. But then what is it? You put it in an oven, or you sprinkle some powder on or something, and the message can then be read. It's like invisible ink. Well, this idiot thought that if lemon juice is invisible and I put it on my face, that will make me invisible. What an absolute total idiot. You see, that's the Dunning-Kruger Effect. That's what led this scientific research to be done, because this man was so stupid, he honestly believed that putting lemon juice on his face would make him invisible to CCTV. So you see, if you're stupid, you don't know what you don't know. And in many ways, this is also how fears and phobias form. When I work with people who have a fear of driving, they are believing something to be true so much that it is. They believe they can't drive. They believe they're going to have a panic attack, and they believe they have a phobia or a fear. It's actually rubbish. They haven't got a fear or phobia. They've just got a belief that they have a fear or phobia, and that then makes it become true, because your mind thinks, hey, you've got a fear, and it produces all the effects as though you've got a fear or phobia. So that is why bad drivers often think they're good, and why people who are idiots in general always think that they know more than others. You've probably noticed people in YouTube comments who are complete idiots, and they go around leaving comments on all kind of videos thinking they're the best ever. They leave comments on driving videos, how to repair an oven, how to make a shed, how to build a house, how to fly a plane. They know everything, don't they? They are the know-alls, because they know nothing. And people who are truly clever know that they don't know everything, and there is always more to learn. You can learn more by watching these other videos on the screen now. And if you want to contact me for help with a fear or phobia, contact me through my website, firstdrive.com. Thanks for watching, and as always, I'll see you again soon for more videos.